Loneliness makes the silence overwhelming. Laying on your couch, opening TikTok, Instagram, and the world seems to be a vibrant, busy, entertaining place where everyone seems to be living fantastic lives. From learning how to dance, create the latest on pot food for the family, or simply watch edits of the latest anime, it may seem like you have virtual friends that you check in with each day. However, in reality, they do not know you. The you that sits on your couch may be alone at night, after a day of working, a day of laughs and constant busyness that did not end until you got home. Yet now at home, alone in your apartment, alone in your room, alone in your dorm, or maybe sitting on the couch next to your partner that you love, loneliness can affect anyone. The need to fill the silence inside you is overwhelming. You don't need to be single to have the silence, a busy house full of children and a wife. Yet it can feel disjointed. Yes, you love them all, but in the silence you are alone. Why is this, and what on earth does Jesus say about this? In a world so full of people, why are we now feeling so unbelievably lonely? In the midst of the sadness that this feeling can bring on, what do? Loneliness is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a state of being that can profoundly impact our overall well-being. Its effects can extend beyond our emotional state and affect our mental, physical, and spiritual health. This one feeling has the ability to affect every area of your entire life. This emotion can also lead you to feel separated from God. This is the last thing He wants. He does not want you to go through hard times alone, yet this is exactly what loneliness can do. Let's stop for a moment and listen to what God does to directly look after you. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in fields of green grass and leads me to quiet pools of fresh water. He gives me new strength. He guides me in the right paths, as He has promised. Even if I go through the deepest darkness, I will not be afraid, Lord, for you are with me. The significance of this verse lies in the assurance it offers us. It reminds us of God's non-stop loving care, that He makes sure we are provided for in times of need, and His ability to restore our weary souls. It invites us to trust in Him, finding solace, taking a moment to sit by His quiet, bubbling waters and rejuvenate in His presence. Lay your weary and lonely head down on His soft green grass and allow Him to sit next to you in your moment of need. He is there ready and willing to help you as He provides spiritual nourishment that you need. This is just one verse about His constant love and desire to make sure we are okay. The feeling of loneliness can create a feeling of separation, a disconnect. This can in turn significantly impact our mental and emotional well-being. Research has found a strong association between loneliness and mental health conditions, such as depression and anxiety. This is not a place that Jesus wants you to spend too long in, for He has so many great things planned in your life. God's presence and companionship is all He wants in your life. God assures His people that He is always present with them, even in times of loneliness. In Hebrews 13:5, it says, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." This verse reminds us that God is a faithful companion who walks with us through every season of life, including moments of loneliness. So allow yourself to rest in God and be taken care of. In the midst of your loneliness, He is waiting for you to seek Him out. This is what happened to King David. Not only did his sons turn on him, but also trusted advisors. He now faced problems alone, and he felt the dragging depths of loneliness try to take over, but he turned to the Lord. Psalm 25 verse 16 says, "Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted." When we turn to God in prayer, pouring out our hearts and seeking His presence, we can experience His comfort and peace in the midst of any times of need. From King David to Jesus, these great men have felt lonely. They have known what it is like to have people leave them, despise them, and yet both of these men uttered the same sentence. My God, why have you forsaken me?" Jesus knew his friends would disown him. He faced persecution, abuse, torture, and death. No one else could walk that path with him. He was alone on this earth. Yet he turned and cried out to God. While on the cross in his darkest moment, Jesus said, "Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" These passages depict a poignant moment when Jesus, in His humanity, experienced the deep sense of abandonment and separation from God, as He bore the weight of the sins of humanity on the cross. It was a moment of great anguish and the fulfillment of prophetic scripture. Jesus had known God His entire life. He knew His mission on this earth. Yet just like every man, woman, and child, He felt the depths and sadness of loneliness. as Jesus spoke the same words as King David in his time of need. If these great kings could speak it, why not you? Cry out in your time of need. Cry out with passion, with tears, with fears, with everything in your heart laid bare. These are the pure moments to have, to acknowledge what is really going on in your heart. Why are you feeling like this? Why can't you feel a connection? Sometimes getting spiritually right is not enough. We need real flesh and blood connections as well. Real connections with real people may be a starting point. Although most would rather sit alone in a car eating McDonald's rather than try and make a new friend as an adult. The ultimate friendships we see are like the bonds they have on the sitcom Friends, or any TV show where people just seem to connect on a different level. Why is that missing in your life? Well, you are not alone. In this world full of billions of people, it may be a surprise, but most on average don't have that many friends. In 2021, there was a survey that most only had between 5 friends, and almost half at 49% reported having less than 3 friends. These are real friends who know your honest truth, the people you can let your guard down with. While God offers his presence and comfort, he also emphasizes the importance of community and belonging. In Ecclesiastes 4, verses 9 and 10, it says, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up." God designed us for relationships and encourages us to seek meaningful connections with others. Yes, this may be hard, but it potentially could be the key to getting you out of the stuck emotional state you may be in. Just like a new school child, it is daunting. And where do you start trying to make a connection? One easy way is joining a faith community, such as a church or small group. This can provide opportunities for connection, support, and mutual encouragement. In these settings, we can find solace in shared faith and genuine relationships. But you have to be willing to be open. Here are 4 things to do to help you break out of that isolating feeling. Even if you have a partner or have been married for years, being lonely can be your own inner turmoil. However, there are times when your partner may actively be making your life harder and willfully creating a feeling of loneliness. Whatever is going on, there are steps that you can take. 1. Being thankful and grateful for what you also have in life is an incredible place to start. Thinking and focusing on all the good instead of the negative can have a simple but powerful effect on your mind and heart. For it brings up all the emotions that relate to all the good. It may allow you to realize that your life has many wonderful people and parts to it. 2. This one may feel hard to achieve, but you need to find other individuals who uplift and support you. Maybe start with an online group, a local church service. Cultivate friendships that are built on mutual trust, empathy, and understanding. Having a simple support system can provide incredible comfort during times of loneliness and offer a safe space to share and process your emotions. Not saying "I'm fine" all the time may allow for a deeper conversation with someone. 3. Prioritize self-care activities that promote your overall well-being. Take time to engage in activities that bring you joy, relaxation, and fulfillment. Take time to go walking in nature. Sit on a park bench outside and watch the birds. Allow small moments to bring joy and not be a moment silenced by an app or a device. 4. Last but not least, embrace your spiritual practice. Nurturing your relationship with Jesus is paramount in overcoming loneliness. Spend time in prayer, meditation, and studying scripture. Engage in acts of worship and participate in a faith community that supports and encourages spiritual growth. Although it may take time, Jesus is watching you every day with a smile in his heart. He sees all the progress you make, the moments where you get shaky and stumble, but just know that he is there and understands every moment with you.